corporation?
A whole new entity created by law. In other words, in the eyes of the law, the business firm is just like a person. Which means it can buy, sell, own property, just like a person can. A corporation can sue and be sued, just like an individual person can.
Like DuPont.
Like what?
DuPont?
DuPont?
Yeah, what's it called? What's the thing called? The C9?
They get sued?
Yeah, what's it called? The thing that's on Teflon. They got sued
Oh,
for that thing.
yeah. It's very common for corporations to bring lawsuits or have lawsuits brought against them. And it's not a person. In the eyes of the law, the corporation is a person, as far as they're concerned. The owners of the corporation, as you see, the owners are legally separate from the business. Now, somebody, of course, owns the business, right? But they aren't the ones that own the property that the business owns. The business owns it. So when the business gets sued or sues somebody, it's not the individual that's going to court, it's the corporation that's going to court. And the owners of a corporation are the stockholders. So if you own stock in a corporation, you are an owner, probably one of many.
You own Tesla.
Like if you have some Walmart stock or McDonald's stock or whatever, for each share you have, you have a portion, you own a portion of that business, that corporation.
He's a partial owner of Tesla.
Gene Elon.
Nice, dude. You should get a business card.
I need the last one.
Owner of Tesla.
What was the last
So
one?
when we say stockholders, sometimes we call it shareholders. Owning stock is owning shares or portions of ownership in a corporation. So again, if you have one share
Thank you.
of Walmart stock, you're part owner. So are lots and lots and lots of other people, but you are one of the owners. And the way it works is for each share you hold, you get a vote. So if you have one share, you get one vote. You have 50,000 shares, you get 50,000 votes. You're
How
an
many
owner.
shares do you own?
Of course you have a say, you're an owner.
One vote.
And like, ownership,
And then, wait, how much was that? One stock?
$400.
Dang.
What's stock on?
There are some advantages to a business becoming a corporation. One advantage is as the owners, you can only lose what you have invested in the stock. Alright, so remember our silly example from the other day, I was gonna start my sporting goods store, and it was Kiefer Sporting Goods, and then I thought about being a partnership, Kiefer Turley Sporting Goods, and then I thought about bringing him on just as a limited partner. Well, I finally decided Kiefer Sporting Goods is gonna be Kiefer Sporting Goods, Inc. I'm gonna incorporate. Alright, and these are some of the reasons I might do that. Right, because I can only lose what I have invested in stock. Alright, so if my business does poorly and goes bankrupt, I am not personally responsible for that debt. It has nothing to do with me. Kiefer Sporting Goods Incorporated is a separate entity created by law.
Sure.
All the creditors will sue the corporation, not me personally. Now, whatever money I had tied up in stock, I'll lose, but I don't have to pay all the debts. That's an advantage. That's why some, even small businesses, again, normally when we think of corporations, we're thinking of big businesses, right? Walmart, Disney, we can go on and on and on and on. All the big corporations, but they don't have to be big. Some small businesses decide to incorporate for these reasons. Protect them from the personal liability of debt. Another advantage is good management and employees. Remember that example where you all filled out applications at Dick's Sporting Goods and Kiefer Sporting Goods, and Dick's Sporting Goods got all the good employees and I got stuck with Turley? Remember that example? Well, if I am the corporation, maybe I can keep better employees. A corporation has continuous life, unlike my sole proprietorship. If I die, that's the end of the business. Hey, if you are a part owner of Walmart and you die, does Walmart know? They don't know, they don't care. They're gonna keep on going, right? Your share of Walmart just is part of your estate, and now whoever you willed it to, now they're that owner of Walmart. The business is not gonna be affected. It has continuous life, despite its owners. If you have 50,000 shares of Walmart and you die, it doesn't matter to Walmart. And here is another advantage, it's easy to raise financial capital. Remember, financial capital is used to purchase
Real
capital, which are
Rules
the
of production.
rules of production. So, let's say Kiefer Sporting Goods, sole proprietorship, I decide I'm gonna incorporate, this might be one of my big reasons why. I need some money, cause I wanna open up a second store in Naples. I wanna expand my store, I wanna get a better sign, I wanna advertise more, and I need money to do that. So I may incorporate, and I'm gonna put some of my shares out for sale. And I'll let you guys buy some of the shares. I'm gonna keep 50% of the shares for myself, so I will always be the controlling owner, because remember, with every share, you get a vote. So I'll still be in control of this corporation, but all you guys buying stock will help me raise capital, and then I can use that to expand my business. Alright, obviously, there's some disadvantages. One disadvantage, corporations, is they have to pay higher taxes on their profits than other forms of business ownership. Now, only profits, right? Not all income. I mean, I have to pay my employees and pay my insurance and pay my light bill and pay all my bills, and then whatever I have left over as my profits, I get taxed on that. Corporations get taxed on that, and it's at a higher rate than the other types of business ownership. Another disadvantage is greater government regulations. Remember, the corporation is a separate entity created by law. So the government gets to pass laws that corporations have to follow. If I were a sole proprietor, I could tell the government none of your business. But if my business is a corporation, I can't say that, because it's not my business. Alright, I'm just one of the owners. So government regulations, maybe as far as environmental regulations, safety regulations that for the good of the employees, whatever. All those things cost money. Another disadvantage of a corporation is the lack of secrecy. The shareholders, the stockholders have a right to know. Again, if I'm a sole proprietor and someone wants to know how much did you make or lose last year, I can say none of your business. But if it's Kiefer Sporting Goods Incorporated and you're a stockholder, I can't tell you none of your business. It is your business. You're one of the owners. You have a right to know, don't you? Whether the company that you are part owner of is making money or not. Another disadvantage of a corporation is they tend to be impersonal. Alright, a couple of sayings you'll hear when you start working. And you get frustrated at work, and everybody seems like, hey, I just work here. Nobody really seems to care how the business does. Like, just go down to the local Walmart or local McDonald's. Do you think anybody that works there really cares if McDonald's or Walmart make money? No, they just work there, right? Even, the greeter, the little blue vest at the Walmart door, the guy gathering up the grocery carts in the parking lot, hey, if Walmart goes bankrupt, they'll just go get another job. They just work here, right? How about the manager of the Walmart store locally? Walmart goes broke, what will he do? Let's go get another job. Hey, all the way up the line, all the way to the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of Walmart Corporation. You know what he's gonna do someday? He's gonna go get a different job. He just works there just like everybody else. Right? And sometimes when that happens, we say, welcome to corporate America, right? Because when you work there, you're just like everybody else, you just work there. Now, there are corporations that try to personalize things a little bit more. Disney's famous for that. Publix is famous for that. If you work at Publix, you are one of the stockholders. They give you shares of stock. So now you're an owner of Publix. All of a sudden, do you care if Publix succeeds? Yeah, because you're one of the owners. So you're more likely to work hard, right? But not all corporations are like that, so they tend to be impersonal. Right? Corporations also tend to be rigid and slow to react to market changes. If I have a sole proprietorship, Kiefer Sporting Goods, and somebody comes in and asks for a certain item, I can simply say, well, I don't have any now, but I'll order some and I'll have it by Tuesday. Come back Tuesday, right? Easy. But if I'm Kiefer Sporting Goods Incorporated, we gotta go through all the levels of management, right? So a customer comes in and wants a certain model of something, well, then the salesman says, let me talk to my assistant manager, who says, let me talk to the manager, who says, let me talk to the regional manager in Sarasota, who says, I gotta talk to the Southwest or Southeast United States manager in Atlanta, who says, I gotta talk to the CEO in Toledo or whatever. And then the CEO, he works for the board of directors. And the board of directors, he says, I gotta ask the board of directors. And then when next board of directors meeting, they say, well, we have to ask the shareholders what they think, the owners, right? And then they get feedback from the shareholders, and it trickles down from the board of directors to the CEO, to Atlanta, to Sarasota, back to Fort Myers. And then they say, yeah or no, we're not gonna get that item in. Well, 4 months, 6 months has gone by. The customer went and found it somewhere else, didn't they? Yeah. They're rigid, slow to react to market changes because of the way they're organized. Any questions on corporations? 3 types of business ownership: sole proprietorships, partnerships, corporations.